day one to me is always anticlimactic because we come out here and had to remind them, like, this isn't football. We don't have pads on, right? This is preparation for football. So great to see everybody out here. We're probably as healthy as we've been, or healthier than we've been in probably 2 years. Even a couple guys on the sidelines. We're getting a lot of guys back over the next week or so. We have depth. Guys are flying around. There's a lot of confidence on the field right now. But it's not a contact day today, not a contact day tomorrow. We're building towards football.
So after your first practice, I assume you know who your quarterback is.
I know who my quarterbacks are. I don't know if that answers any questions. We're just at the beginning of that. Pretty much a dead heat through spring, and then we'll probably take the temperature after a couple weeks of training camp, and then see. We'll make a decision before game week, but we'll make the decision when we believe there's separation.
So I can ask, you kind of set a timeline for it going into it?
No.
Is there any way it can organically just play out?
Yeah, we just the film will make the decision, right? Not the meeting room, although that counts, that's important. But body of work for training camp. When we feel there's enough separation, we'll make the call. Until then, we'll just keep rotating the guys.
What were the benefits or shortcomings of having a short gap between spring and fall camp?
Well, the biggest benefit was we were able to train a lot in the winter. A longer training period in the winter, which allowed us to have a full spring football. If we started spring football too early, the county probably wouldn't be in a position for us to do everything we wanted to do. The fact that we had a longer training session pushed spring back. By the time we were able to practice spring football, we had a normal practice in spring, which is big for us. Now, that did force us to give the guys a lot of time off before we started summer training. But our guys did a great job, took care of their bodies, and they were able to come back and train like we wanted to this summer, although with maybe a week and a half less than usual because we gave them a little bit more time off. Really allowed us to hit the field running today.
After everything you guys went through last year, do you get a sense that guys have a different perspective or appreciate being here, being together, kind of getting back towards normal?
Yeah, all of us tend to sometimes forget things sometimes, so we kind of give them that reminder of what it took to get through last year. But we need that same resilience. We've got one of the toughest schedules in America. A lot of traveling, especially early in the season. We can't take anything for granted. We got to be smart. We have to take care of ourselves, but at the same time, we have to be ready for all the pitfalls that come with the regular season. Right? A bad COVID test one day, who knows? That could affect our team. An injury, whoever knows. So our guys need to stay on their toes.
The adaptability that you guys showed last year was remarkable. Are there things like that you think carry over from that kind of experience that you can take going forward?
And that's why we continue to bring those things up, because it's a mentality. It's a mentality of no matter what life throws at me, I'm going to find a way to succeed, right? That's in general, but then as a football team, hey, the county may come up with another rule, Stanford may come up with another rule or restriction, something may come from the NCAA and the many different levels of health that could change things for us. No matter what the circumstances are, we have to be at our best, and we can't waste time complaining, we can't waste time saying we wish it was a different way. When something changes, we have to adapt quickly and then go dominate the circumstances.
How does the amount of contact that you'll be having this fall camp compare to, say, 2019?
This will be the fewest amount of contact we've ever had. NCAA rules, which I was on the rules committee and I was on the health and safety committee too, that helped put these things together, and it makes a lot of sense. But there's not going to be a lot of contact, which I'm fine with. Many of us proved last year that we can have an abbreviated training camp and still prepare our team to play football. So with that in mind, and now with the new rules and more days off and more helmets practices and fewer contact days, I think we've got a really good formula for getting our team ready to play.
And I know you guys have been working on, specifically because you had maybe a lot of injuries and stuff, more the technique and the kind of the fundamentals during the spring. Do you feel like you guys have more honed in on those aspects, and is it hard to tell at this point?
I think the emphasis that we've put on getting our guys' bodies ready, our training staff, our strength conditioning staff, sports performance, our doctors, our sports science people, really taking a look at how do we just get their bodies ready. We don't need the wear and tear. We don't have to beat them up in training camp. We don't have to beat them up in spring football. With all the injuries that we've battled over the last couple of years, I think we've gotten a lot smarter. As I said at the beginning, this is the healthiest we've been at the beginning of training camp in years. It's part and due to all these people around us really taking this thing seriously. We've got a deep team, but we're going to need a deep team to not just survive the season, but to be at our best.
This may be a weird question because I'm not the obvious answer doesn't come to me. Is there anything from last year because of circumstances, protocol, technology, anything that you carry over? Is there anything that going through that you said, oh, that's something we could actually use?
Yeah, I think all of us got better at Zoom.
Yeah.
You know, for recruiting. If something ever happens where, oh my gosh, we might have some people that we're not sure if there's not a potential outbreak. Hey, tonight's meetings are on Zoom, right? We can handle it. We'll be efficient. We'll get it right. It's not about the players. It's about the coaches, right? We figured out how to do this thing. We know how to share our screen. We know how to play the video and then also shoot out our installations. So we're ready for anything that comes up. And still with that mentality of no matter what the situation, our mentality is to dominate.
My understanding, the academic schedule is a little different this time of year than the past. What are some of the pros and cons in terms of time you might have less time with the team and times you might have more later?
It's mostly cons right now, but we all know this is what we have to do. So we're usually finishing summer school right around the first week of training camp. Way back when, it used to be 2 weeks. This year, we're going to be training camp and summer school the entire time together, which is fine now because the schedule that we start with, the schedule we're going to stay with all the way through. We've cut down our meeting times, forcing the coaches to be more efficient because our guys need their time for summer school. We have a big chunk of the middle of the day for our guys to go to class and handle all their schoolwork, and then we'll have our meetings in the evening, but not too late in the evenings in case they have something to finish up. So we've got a great system right now. Usually we had a great system for the first week and a half. Now it's going to be for the entire training camp, which is fine. We accept the things that we have right now. We have a high percentage of our guys are in summer school and getting ahead academically. A lot of our guys are not in summer school to catch up. They're actually getting ahead academically, so they know how to handle both school and football at the same time.
Just last thing, you mentioned that you guys coming in very healthy. How excited are you to be working with your linebacker group, a healthy linebacker group?
Well, I mean, it's two of the groups that we've had the toughest time keeping people healthy, the offensive line and the inside linebackers. And both are extremely healthy right now. And we're able to rotate guys, we're able to split our 7-on-7, split our team periods. For a lot of guys to get a lot of rep. It's exciting. It's exciting. It was fun. I walked down and even the outside linebackers, I'm used to going and seeing Lance Anderson working with 3 guys at a time. He's got 7 guys over there. He doesn't know what to do with all those guys. So to have a long line, a lot of guys ready and healthy in different positions, means everybody gets a chance to work and we don't overload anybody.
I imagine you can't take too much from today, but in terms of the freshmen and some of the workouts, has there been any of them that have caught your eye so far?
After day one, I couldn't say that right now, and I would never say after non-padded practice because this doesn't really count for football. But after 2 or 3 days, we'll really see. But all that I heard from the summer workouts, all the empirical data we got, the whole group came in and worked extremely hard. They all got stronger. They all got more explosive. I think it's going to be a fun group to watch.
I saw Fisk with that white jersey on. Does he have 2 jerseys out here, or what's the plan?
So when we're non-padded days, he'll have the white jersey on for the defense. I'm excited. I think he's going to be one of the most versatile players in America. He's got a chance to be a difference maker on offense and a difference maker on defense. But where defense he has the most ground to catch up on mentally, that's where he's going to spend the most of his time. So he'll come out in the defensive jersey. When we have pads on, we'll probably have both jerseys so we can split some time. But he's excited, and he's got a chance, honestly, to play at the next level at either position.